favorite. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy.
Coach, autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Wait, that flag 20, 54 in your face. 450.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. I got it. Easy. Hey, roll 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. What we got?
Sugar!
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already 11th. And right away, he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Brady will try again on 2nd down. On the left side, a catch by White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was third in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now, how many times have we seen that third down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman? There's no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Bravo. 54. Easy. Hey, check it.
From the 41, Brady. He completes it right side to White. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Hey, Mike 7.
That's the pass. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Alert.
54.
Don't get nervous.
Right there. 54.
Wait for the end.
54.
Wait for the end.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
What? 280.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Big stop.
To throw again, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Edelman set to return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check right 50. Quick, 28.
Throwing again, Brady. This one complete to Niles Paul. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll buy some time right, and he'll go down at the 28. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Regular. Go Bandit.
The drive starts with a run by White, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, Orbit.
54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. Paul bringing it in. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. 21-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Play to win. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
I can't believe they even let you throw.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. You go night-night. Don't go night-night. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Wait, that 53! Rip! Here we go.
Check 3, check 3.
Hey, Haywood! Check it, reload!
Throwing again on second down. Brady. Henry's got it out on the left side. 11 yards there, first down.
It's a gain of 11.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check it, reload.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Finish it, set.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Paul. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Hey, set. 53.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch
the curve. Watch
53, Linda.
Mike 5-4.
Smooth.
Mike 5-4.
All right, here we go. Hey, 66.
From the gun, Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Alert. Sugar.
From midfield, here's Brady. Open man right side is Cup, complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Brady. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw Downs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Alfred Morris that time. And it'll bring up third down.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
54. Rip left, rip left.
380 head. 450.
Throwing now is Brady. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a design back shoulder throw.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Touchdown, Cowboys. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need a
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Brady now to throw. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. On that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in back. Did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Wilson now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go. Do it.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, second.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Again, Wilson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
Singing too.
Oh, she's at least
she's on like the 5th tune. At
yeah,
this
she left scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
At their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
72.
Getting some penetration. 49, check 49, check 49.
They go right back to White here on first down. Now White lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Go 14.
34 is the mic. 34 is the mic.
I got you.
Wilson going to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll run with Michelle, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
New England on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week, because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. To throw again on second down. Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, Up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cowboys, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.